Hey everybody, welcome to TerraVision, and today we got Tevin and Tyler with me to talk about labor and delivery.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to TerraVision. We got Tevin and Tyler with me today to talk about our labor and delivery vlog 1. So we wrote some questions out about, labor and delivery, things that we would want to know that we're going to answer for you today. So the first question is, when did you know you were having him? Okay.
I guess that day, well, we got a decision. I got the call at work. Right. What was it? Were you having contractions or what was going on?
Oh, they was trying to see if I should get induced or not.
I'm saying, what led up to them?
No, nothing. I was supposed to have Tyler on June the 18th originally. Then it changed to June 21st. By June
29th.
Yeah, 29th. We were like, that's when they decided to let me be induced or not. But my doctor was out of town the week that Tyler was supposed to be delivered. So I had to wait till he came back. And I went to the doctor. And he basically asked me like if I wanted to be induced or did I want to wait and see if Tyler would come, even though I was like 11 days overdue. So we were trying to decide. I called Tevin while he was at work, and
that's when we had to make a decision. We had to look it up. Basically, they can give us some medication to make him come earlier, or she can continue to wait it out and go past the 42 weeks. If you don't know. After 42 weeks, get into like the dangerous zone. And plus, you see this big guy? She was getting big as a house. So.
Thanks. So, we decided to go ahead and have Tyler. And I was scheduled to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital immediately after we decided, around 12 o'clock. First, I went to Crystal's with my mom. She wasn't particularly on board for me being induced, but I couldn't take it anymore. Went to Crystal's, went to the hospital. They gave me this little pill, they inserted, and from there everything
I got
blew up. So describe the day of.
Alright, Terry. Describe the day of.
Okay, so the day of, after we decided, I went to Crystal's with my mom. We went to the hospital. They gave me this pill. They inserted it, and everything went crazy. So the way the pill is supposed to work is they give it 3 pills, and then, it softens your cervix, and then you're induced the next day. What happened to me was totally opposite. They gave me the pill, and then after that, everything went crazy. My water broke. I was starting to have really bad contractions. And next thing I know, Ted was there, basically.
Well, I didn't get there smoothly. So, I leave work, It's like, alright, we're having him today no matter what. So, of course, it's like the scariest, most exciting thing you've ever experienced in your life. So, I say, hey, send me the address to the hospital. And of course, she sends me the address without the city, state, and zip code. So me rushing, she told me to have my bag ready. I'm supposed to have my bag ready, but I didn't, so I had to rush home. Hurry up, get my bag.
Pause. I made him a whole birth plan for him and my mom that I printed out and made PDF versions of.
That's true, but anywho, I didn't do it. So I'm rushing. I click on the address that she has, and now at this point, I end up getting to 5 o'clock traffic. So, going through 5 o'clock traffic, Siri tells me, because Siri knows all, faster route available, save 30 minutes going this way. So, if you hear you about to save 30 minutes or you trying to rush to the birth of your child, of course, you're all over it, so I press go. And I start going through, kind of going back kind of towards work. And it's a little different way, but I think I love it. And the next thing I know, I'm in like the country somewhere. And my phone service totally out. I'm passing by cows and horses and everything. I can't text her because if I exit out of maps, my phone won't work no more. I have no idea where I am. I've never seen anything, none of these things before. So for a good hour, I had to like listen to CDs and pray that I was somehow gonna end up in Montgomery. But I just knew that I couldn't have been nowhere near close. So eventually, once I got phone service, I ended up in somewhere called Wilsonville, Alabama. And sure enough, I was like, okay, let me put in this address and then put Montgomery L next to it. And it was like, estimated time of arrival, 2 hours. And note that by the time I got service, I had already drove 2 hours. And the place that I was going is only an hour and 30 minutes away. So it took me 4 hours to get to the hospital, but it all worked out because by the time I got there, he wasn't born yet.
Okay. What was the pain like?
What was the pain like? Well, let me tell you, it's pretty tough. So like as a father, you know, you have to do most of the hard work. So while she's going through the contractions and all those things, like you kind of feel it in your legs, you kind of feel them like banging against you. I think being a father in the actual delivery part, as far as having a contraction and other things, is the worst thing in the world. That's for sure.
Anyways, for the person that actually, Tyler even doesn't even like that. He's really upset. He had to do most of the hard work. The pain is the worst thing. I don't know how to describe it. I can't describe it as the worst thing in the world because when I was in pain at first, my mom was trying to convince me to get my medicine and I just wouldn't do it at first. He wasn't there yet. I was just like, I'm going to wait it out. Don't ask me what I was waiting for because I have no idea. But, you know, the pain is like, you know, it's something that you just can't describe. It hurts very bad. You want to grab things. You're like irritated, but you're like trying to like push through. But it's like it's a pain that's like out of this world for sure. It's for sure out of this world. I think the worst pain was in my bottom. It was in my bottom. Like the contractions, I could feel them in my butt. Like it's like having to use the bathroom and you just can't go.
Wow.
Ever. It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
So I guess that brings to the question of what was delivery like then?
Well, some of you may not know, but for you that do, you know, I had a C-section. So I was in labor from about 2 till 2:22. So I was
yeah, that's
right. So I was like trying to have Tyler the natural way. Naturally on epidural, of course. But so what ended up happening, his heart rate kept on like going up and down, and so did mine. I had chills. What else was wrong? A fever.
Yeah,
I'm boring Tyler.
Yeah, he's knocked out.
We're boring him.
But this little guy's heart rate was dropping. And speeding up tremendously, so they wanted to make sure that he was okay, and we all got rushed to the emergency room. Like, I mean, it was so fast that they told me to sit down, and by the time, like 2 minutes later, they're like, you come in now, basically to watch the delivery. I already heard him crying. I mean, that quick. It was that quick.
For me in there, it was like, I could hear them like, so I, you know, usually when they give you a C-section at the prep, you give you the anesthesia and all that. I only had the epidural, but then it was kind of like wearing a little bit. So they were cutting me open and I could feel it being cut open because I hadn't had the anesthesia yet. And so they were inserting the anesthesia while I was being cut open. Like it was, and I was like, ouch. But it wasn't like a crying pain. I wasn't crying at all. I was just saying, ouch. I can feel it. Ouch. I can feel it. And the nurse was like talking to me. I could hear them all talking like, oh, his heart rate is dropping. Get the doctor in here now. So I'm like panicking in my head like, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose my baby. Like, Lord, please, just let my baby make it. I was like, please, Lord. So I'm just like praying and panicking. And then I see Tev like walking. His eyes are big. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? This is when Tyler's actually born. So at this point, Tyler's out. And he's like, And he just quiet, and then like the lady turns to me, she's like, he's here. And I just looked at her and I was like, is he handsome?
First thing she thought about, is he handsome? Not is he healthy, not is he okay after all that struggle. The hours worth of him working, trying to get out of there naturally. Is he handsome?
I really want to know if he was handsome. And I looked
So
at
what
him.
was it, what did it feel like when you first seen him?
When I first saw him, it was a very, very happy moment. I was so happy because I was happy that he was alive and well and he made it. And most of all, I was happy that I was no longer pregnant at that moment. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really happy that he was there.
When I seen him, I was like, that boy ugly. I don't know if y'all seen the baby fresh out the womb.
I thought he was beautiful.
I don't know, but it took him about a good day before, like, I was like, all right, you know, he a little handsome little thing. Yeah, because at first I was like, and you know, he was in like mid-cry. He didn't want to be here. You know, pretty upset. Pretty upset. He had a cozy living space and all that stuff.
Eating steak.
Yeah. And chili cheese fries and everything else you can think of. And, you know, we stayed in the hospital. It was pretty fun. Had tons of visitors. Everybody wanted to hold him. Everybody wanted to see him. And that was June 30th, labor and delivery. So, thank you guys.
You have anything else you want to add? What's it like being a dad now?
What is it like being a dad now? It's pretty great. I have to stretch my time a lot more, that's for sure. He boo-boos a lot and he cries a lot, but it's all worth it when he gets crashed and stay up throughout the night. So how does it feel to be a mother?
It's hard. It's hard being a mom. You have to feel like, you know, give your all to them, but give your all to life and yourself and doing the best you can for making the best life for them too.
Yep.
We were supposed to ask Tyler a question, but...
Tyler, what you think about life so far?
No, you gotta ask him how was it labor and delivery for him.
Tyler, how was labor and delivery for you? And there you have it. It's a breeze. All right. Thanks, guys.
What was it like when you first saw us, Tyler? Did you think Daddy was ugly like he thought you were ugly? Did you think I was ugly? No, Mom. Of course I didn't think you were ugly. You're the most beautiful woman in the whole wide world. No.
Just smell him. Just
I'm starting.
Just smell him. Tell me what you think. Boo boo or...
Let me see. Let's just look. Gosh. Goodness, Tyler.
Messing up the video?
Hey, turn him a little bit so I can see. Boo boo.
Yeah.
So sad.
Tyler. Come on. Come on, man.
Everybody's disappointed in you. Everybody. Don't you smile at me. You better not do it.